Keith, you enjoyed the experience so much last year, you're standing again.
Yeah, I did. I'm standing again because everything that I got involved in there was sort of a little Thurrock Park on its own, but since then I've expanded and I learnt a lot last year, and I've expanded and I got involved with the people in Tilbury over the truck park, and I'm still involved with them and I'm still fighting that cause. We managed and we were successful over the opening of Churchill Road and the bus route. We got that one going, and I learned a lot about the council, how to deal with the council, how to talk to the council and what to do. And I've been dealing with this thing at Tilbury, and I'm still of the same view that local councillors have to speak for the people. They are the people's elected representatives. They have to say what the people want them to say. It doesn't matter about what goes in Westminster. We're talking about here. What do the people who live here want? They want their lives, and you can't like their lives and think you're going to get away with it, because you just can't do it, whether you've got a plan to do it or not.
So do you see yourself as a single issue candidate?
It's not a single issue, no. Planning seems to be the big issue that I've got involved in, but there are other things that I like to think that I am getting involved in. I've had correspondence with the leader of the council on financial matters. Where has this money gone? Where has that money gone? What are you doing with this? What are you doing with that? And if I make him look into something, then I think I've done something good, because it's something he didn't realise. And I've noticed from some of his responses that probably I've made him look at things which he didn't know was there, and I've made him take stock of that money, and I've made him give out promises that he's going to put some of the money in the place where it was intended to go. Which is, if I've done that, I'm happy.
What type of feedback are you getting out on the street this year?
The same as last year. The main thing here on this estate, I didn't do so well in Tilbury, but I hope to reverse that this time. I started late, and I spoke to Rob Gledhill and other people, and he said you should have started your campaign in October. Well, I started my campaign for this one probably as soon as the last election finished. I've been dealing with issues with people, and I've got issues. I've got from small issues like dog poo on the streets right the way up to the truck park and the LDF and where we're going to go with that. And yeah, I've rattled a few feathers on the way. I've upset a few truck drivers down the road. I'm not worried about that. I don't care. One of them even told me that if I don't like it, I should move away from the area. I'm not gonna. I'm here to stay. People on Thurrock Park have said to me, go again. We want you to go again, because I'm building up confidence and I'm building up their confidence. And the people of Tilbury have said to me, they asked me, can you help us, because you were lucky and you fought your corner the right way. And I said, well, if you help me to fight it, I'm willing to fight it for you. And we're still going.
I don't know if you follow the whole political scene in Thurrock, but the two independent candidates and two councillors in East Tilbury, do you think you can't be independent? They look like their voting patterns look like they vote with the Conservatives. There's no such thing as an independent. At some stage, you're going to have to be called to account.
I will vote on issues, and the issues that I will decide within myself is what I think the people want and what's best for them. That's the main reason I'm doing this, is because I want to improve our society here. I want, the residents or the community, whatever you want to call it, deserves a voice, and it deserves a voice in the council chamber. If you don't bring the council, because there is two complete factions in the council. There's the elected councillors and then you've got the officers. And it seems that the elected councillors have got to be a little bit more stringent in the way they allow the office to do their job. They've got to bring the book. We're in austere times. We can't waste money. And they are going to have to do what they're told. And the elected councillors are the people who are going to have to tell them and say, there's thousands of people paying council tax. That council tax is the money you're spending. You're going to have to spend it properly. And that's the issues. And we're going to have 4 or 5 years of really tight times where we can't afford to waste money, but we can't afford to let services drop. We've got to give people what they want, what they need, and look after them.
So, we're talking to candidates from all the parties. Do you feel what feeling are you getting on the street? Do you feel people are talking about inflation going down or unemployment? Are they really talking about local issues at the balance of the two?
They're worried about jobs. That's the main thing. They're worried, lots of the people who work for the council are worried about their jobs, and I go along, I'm a civil servant myself, so we're all worried about our jobs. We've got 25% of our jobs have got to go. People are worried about the rises in fuel. Everything's going up in value, and the only things that are not going in value is the amount of money you bring home through the front door every day. So everybody's economising and not spending, and if you listen to the press, they're turning around and they're saying, well, we've got a problem because people aren't spending money in the shops. The reason they aren't spending it is because they haven't got any. And the other big issues people don't like is when those elected to serve them don't listen. They're not listening, and they need to listen. I was buoyed by the fact that Mr. Kent went round with his road show and actually put on shows and said to the people, here we are, come talk to me, come and tell me. Yeah, you'll only get a few people there, the diehards, who will come and talk to you, but at least you get an idea of what's going on. And, there's people down in Tilbury that have problems. They want things to happen. They say, don't do this, don't do that. And if you go to Tilbury Forum, the range of problems is from the types of flowers in the big bins in the shopping centre up to, can we have some money for a new gate? And we want a pavilion because we've got a club and we've got nowhere to put it. They're important things, but they're important to certain people. Outside in the street, yeah, they want someone who they can believe in. I think we've had a problem in Tilbury Riverside over the last few years because we've had a candidate who has been absent from the people. I don't know for whatever reason, but the BNP have not done what they should have been doing, which is looking after the people who voted them. Where have they been? I actually put an advert out and said, does anybody seen Emma Colgate? What does she look like? I'd like to talk to her. We've given her loads and loads of opportunity to come and talk to us at meetings, public meetings. We've had public meetings involving the residents of Tilbury, the residents of here, where we brought up issues of things. They've been attended by 1 or 2 councillors, but none of the councillors from Tilbury.
Well, people say that the greatest the problem with extremists is that they end up loathing each other more than they do their focus of hate.
Yeah, I noticed this year that she's not standing with someone else, and there's only 4 or 5 of us in the race. So let's see what happens. I polled 99% of the vote that came out of Thurrock Park because I pushed against it. And this year I'm going to push harder into Tilbury because that's where I failed, if I can get some more votes down there. And also we only got 25% of the people out of their houses here. If I can get more than 25% of the people out of their houses, there are 620 votes on this estate. And if I can get a lot of them out, and also then in Tilbury there's a couple of thousand, if I can get a nice proportion of those, because I've been talking to people down there and they've come to realise that I am what I am. Yeah, I upset a person in your place and he said, looks like a nice house. If you remember last year when I did this thing last time, he said, I'd like a nice house and I'd like a nice job. I've got a job, yeah. I've got a house, but I work for it. And that's how I spend my life, working. I get a salary at the end of the month, not a big one, but I get a salary and I enjoy life. But I want to do more, and I can do that in the council chamber, which is why I'm standing, and I won't give up.